Okay, well, I fought a bunch of zombie pigmen, and that was harder than I thought it was going to be. But I got about a stack or so of nuggets, and I turned them into ingots. So we can now do what we were going to do. So let's go back to Ars. Welcome everyone, I'm Clobberstomp, and this is All the Mods 10. How are you guys doing today? I am having a great day. We are back at spawn for a reason. We're going to pick up all these trees. We will, yeah, I do have some, no, I don't want that on. So I do have the jetpack, and I put the jetpack in here with some key sequences, so I can turn on and off the engine with my mouse buttons, which is really nice. So now I do have hovering, and then I also made a battery to store more energy. So if you see the power on the left, it's not going down. That's because I have a battery. So now if we were to go look at the battery is going to be down. So it is now 1.3 million. So yeah, it's very nice. But today we are going to, oh, I have all this other stuff here. Okay, this is going to cause a problem. This is kind of the stuff that I'm working on today. But all right, we need to chop down some trees. So we're going to chop down these trees. We're going to get all of the items. We will plant a new one, of course. And then we're going to plant some at our base, so that way we have them. So we'll put you there. Oh, hey, buddy. Boom. Is there more? There are more. Wow. All right. Well, I guess we're going to kill all these guys for now. Oh, he's got an enchanted guy. Drop it. No? Aw, sad. That would have been nice. It's not something I normally do, but that's fine. Okay. This is the tree. Oh, wrong button. I'm trying to hit the tilde key with, so I can chop the whole tree down. Boom. That's interesting. It just, when you fall off, it turns on, or am I actually hitting the button? That's kind of odd. Let's move those. That's the tree we need. We need more. We'll get rid of the sticks. We will keep those. We'll get rid of the fruit. We don't need any of the fruit. There's the other ones. Okay. Let's put this guy down. The reason we need these trees is for what we're actually working on today. And I don't think I need any of these ones, but I've got 1, 2, 3. I don't have that many slots left. Okay, let's open up our backpack. I do have some stuff. We'll put that stuff away because I don't need that and I don't need that. And we don't need any of the wood that we picked up either. Okay, let's chop this guy down. And let's chop the other guy down. I see what's happening. There we go. Okay. Pick all these up. We will have to figure out this toggle the engine on and off, because for some reason it seems as though it still wants to, for some reason, turn on automatically. I don't know why. I'm not trying to turn it on. Put those there. We'll put one there. Place this guy here. Red goes there. What was the next one we just picked up? Was it purple? I think it was a purple guy. And then we will pick up the blue guy. So these are going to be very important for our next things that we do. Now, I don't need all of this wood, and I don't need as many of the saplings, but it's more of just getting them and making sure that I have enough for when that time does come. And we will put this guy here, and we'll place one there. Okay, I think we've got everything we need. I don't need any of these other berries that fall. Okay, we don't need that stuff. Those are replanted, and we're good. Okay, let's head back to our base before it gets nighttime, and we'll sleep. Let's eat and sleep. The things to do in Minecraft that we always have to do to stay alive. Turn that guy off, and we'll do this. And we have a few things we want to make today. We want to improve our quality of life. And the first thing we want to do is make ourselves a furnace. We need a good furnace, and we're going to upgrade this all the way that we can, because I think we can go all the way to emerald. And we'll go there, and we'll go to diamond. Okay, and then we'll go to emerald. All right, and I think what we're going to do is place this guy. We're going to place a barrel down here, and then we will place this guy on top, and then we'll place a barrel on top of that. Perfect. So now we have kind of auto smelting going on. So if we were to, I don't have any fuel in there. I'm going to have to make some fuel for sure. But let's do this, and we'll make a few of these because we have it. I'm going to put 1, 2 in there, and we'll put the other 5 in here. There. And let's put that away. Okay. The next thing that we would like to make is... Oh, I still have these elderberries. Oh my gosh. This stuff is ridiculous. Oh, the 1 key. That's why. I keep pressing the 1 key, which is the same button as on my mouse. Maybe I should change that to the 2 key. I'll change that after this episode. But okay, what do we need to make? We're going to get into something very, very interesting. But before we do that, so we've got our... we can now do smelting, which is great. And I improved my farming area. And if you take a look here, get rid of those. We have a source jar next to the agronomic source link, which fills these source jars. And when we do all of our farming, you can see the source going, which is really nice. So this was a nice little improvement, and I'm going to show you what's underneath here too. Underneath here, I want to show you this. I have, oh, not under that one, but underneath all the rest, oh, come on. I have these blocks, these inferium growth accelerators, and you can put those underneath, and they work like this. They improve the tick rate of the growth. Oh my goodness. So you can see how quick things are growing now. It actually goes pretty fast. The other thing that I did is I upgraded my gear to tier 2, and I needed blaze rods for that. We were talking about that in the last episode. So really you put a blaze rod here or here, and then you put your piece in there. And it requires about 20 to 25% of source of each one of these. So just that's why I kind of went through and added those. And those blocks are not hard to make. Actually, I think I put them down here. Recipe. So it requires not a lot, some stone or a inferior gem, which is made with a diamond. And I made a couple of them because I had a bunch, and essence. So we've got plenty of that. The first thing we want to make though today is this tablet of awakening. Actually, before we do that, we need to make the ritual. It's a good thing I have these pedestals. Why do we need to do this? We need a source gem, and let's make this here. Boom. And we will place that right here. So the first thing that we want to make is this guy, this tablet of awakening. And you might ask, why do you want to make a tablet of awakening? Well, I'm going to show you. We'll make the tablet of awakening, and we're going to put that in our ritual brazier. Boom. Okay, so now don't click on anything though. If you click on this, you could make a mistake. Now what we do need is we need to make ourselves a book and quill. And we're going to actually make 2 of them. So I've got 2 books. Okay, that's good. And we can put all that stuff in there. We need flourishing. I need that. And I think a feather. Okay, we've got a few feathers. That's good. I didn't want to have to go find chickens. That would have been just absolutely silly. Okay, we've got 2 books and quill. Those we don't need anymore. And the mob drops we can put away. Okay, perfect. And what we want to make is this book charm. Now to do that, we take a book and quill and we put that in here by throwing it. Did it work? Yeah, book and quill consumed. And if we right click on it, it will give us a book charm. And we're going to actually make another one. And the reason for that is, oh, we have to actually make another Tablet of Awakening even. Okay, so you need a Tablet of Awakening each time. So let's grab 4 more source gems. Okay, and I'll show you what these are going to be for in a minute. Tablet of Awakening here. And we're going to place that there. And then we are going to take our book and quill and throw it in there. And then right click. And now we've got 2 of those. Now what are we going to use those for? Well, the thing that we want to make is a lectern. That's why we grabbed lectern, this guy, the storage lectern. We need 4 of these guys and a lectern. Now we do have a lectern somewhere. It might be at spawn, but we do have one. Perfect. So we need that guy. And then what we need to make is a few chests. So let's grab some oak logs and let's do this. 4 and 8. Actually, I think we only need 4, but that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our 4 chests. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll put our lectern in the middle. And this is going to give us that lectern. And what's really nice is we're going to take this and we're going to connect it to our storage system. And I think what we're going to do is place it right there. The nice thing is if you place this next to an inventory, it will take out of here. So anytime we put this here, we're going to do this and it's going to connect it to here, which is really nice. Now we need a wand. I cannot remember the Dominion wand. We need a stick. Okay, we have gold. Do we have any gold? Oh my gosh, I think I'm missing. I have no gold. Oh, bugger. I do. I need 1 gold piece. Gold is such a problem to find. Maybe there's some in the nether. Otherwise, we can kill some zombie pigmen and get some. We just need 1. Just 1. Okay. Well, I fought a bunch of zombie pigmen, and that was harder than I thought it was going to be. But I got about a stack or so of nuggets, and I turned them into ingots. So we can now do what we were going to do. So let's go back to Ars, and we want to make the wand, I believe. The Dominion wand. 2 source gems, a stick, and a piece of gold. And we need to grab our source gems. Okay. 1, 2. All right. Boom, boom. And we'll put our stick on there. And then, was it gold? No, sorry, wrong thing. Oh, not the stick. We want to take the stick and put the gold on there. Sorry. 1, and then we'll take our stick and put it in the middle. And we will have a wand. And this will be needed. Let's put those away. And what was the other thing? Those guys. All right, it finished. We have a wand. So now what we're going to do is we're going to place our bookworms on here. There we go. And we're going to place them both on there. Why? Because we now can connect up to 8 inventories per bookworm. So the idea is we're going to shift right click on the storage and then left click, right click. So shift right click on the storage and shift right click on the storage and then right click on the lectern. So shift right click, right click, and we're going to connect all of these up. And we've got 2 bookworms to do all of this stuff, which is great. Okay. I know this is a little tedious. You see me going back and forth. You get it. You get the idea, though. There we go. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so we don't really need that anymore. We can put that away. Now, what we can do is we now have a search, and we're going to sort by amount, and we are going to sync this with AEI. So if I type in here, it comes up, let's say wand. There we go. We now have a wand, and we can look up all the wands, and it syncs with JEI, and we are good to go. And the nice thing is now we can place all this stuff in here on our own, and all of our guys will put it. It's gonna mess it all up because they will pick whatever storage that they want. See, it's not perfect, so it's going to go first, second, third, fourth. It's going to go in the order that we added, which is completely fine with me. So we don't really need to know what these are anymore, so we can get rid of these signs. So let's get rid of those. And now we are good to go. So let's place these down, and awesome. We have kind of like AE2 storage system, which is really great, and I'm quite excited. So now we have basic, okay, we want to do this. We're going to make some uranium. We can make the uranium. It's going to go from here, and actually we need to output the bottom, output down, and auto output, and auto input on. So that's going to go into the barrel, and then the barrel will go to the storage lectern, and now we should look, if we look up uranium, we now have uranium, and it will keep adding as they finish. So we could load this up, it will do its thing. So if we needed ores, let's say let's take a stack of tin, a stack of this, a stack of this. Let's just get a stack of kind of everything that we have. And what we will do, and we got silver already, we'll put this in the barrel, and it will go through and smelt all that for us, and we don't have to do anything. It goes right back into our storage system. Woohoo! Yes! All right, so I also upgraded my gear, so now we have this. Look at us go. Yes. So having this dash with the slow fall is really nice. And we could turn on our jetpack, and we could fly around, turn it off while we get our stuff updated, and then we'll get used to moving around. We have all kinds of easy movement through the world now, which is fantastic. Yes. Okay. So we need to make ourselves another book charm. So let's get our tablet here, and we'll put our book and quill in there. There we go. And we're going to put that away. But we need to make another device. So we're going to put 4 of these guys here, and 4 of these guys here. And we need to make, we've got that guy, so we're going to put this in the middle. The scary, which is an ender eye, or an eye and ender, and a source gem, not hard to make. And this is going to give us another piece. There we go. And now we can make the, warp. The warp index. So we're going to put all these pieces around in the middle. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the starbuncle is now becoming, what am I missing here? I need to make another one of these. My bad. Alright, let's do that. And that. Let's get rid of that guy, and let's do blaze. This is such a nice game changer once you get to the point where you have crafting like this. And I think we can go here, and we've got that. Okay, so we're gonna place that guy, the bunkle, that guy, and this guy, and then we're going to place our belt in the middle, and this should give us a warp index, which gives us the ability to now have, come on, boom. I love that mechanic, it's so good. And I think if we right click, shift right click. Awesome, so now we have remote access to all of our stuff. So if I need to pull out source gems for some reason, I can pull them out straight, and I'm remote access. Look at that. And there is another one as well, which I think you can use all at any worlds, but we could do this anywhere. The stabilized warp index, which means I could use it in the end and the nether, but we need a nether star, netherite for that, and we don't have those things yet. So that's something that will come later. And I think we can even place this somewhere. Can it go anywhere? No. And I wonder, does this go anywhere? No. I think as long as we have it in our inventory, we should be good. And then we can set a key to it, and we can just open up our inventory, which would be really nice. Let's level that up. Okay. So that is awesome. For now, we won't worry about that. We will just be able to access it remotely like that. I will set a key later because that's just something that we do. Okay, I've made it to a desert because I need a bunch of sand, and I found this really cool like village area with a temple and one of those guys and one of those guys, and I think there's even another one over here next to a, yeah, look at, boom, 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 and then this whole village. Oh, it's fantastic. So yeah, we need to gather up some sand because the next little project that we're going to do in this episode is going to be really interesting, and I need a ton of glass. So yeah, we have to get as much as we can. So I could definitely spend some time doing this on camera. I don't want to, but I figured since this was such a cool area, I thought that I would show you guys because I thought that was neat. And there's always exciting things to look at. And I found all these other things. So I found a nature's compass. I was trying to look for a desert, and this was the closest one. And my base is like 3,000 blocks that way. Oh, storage lectern is not loaded. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Okay, so there is nothing wrong with my warp index, but if we look at the map and go to chunks and then go to the claim chunks, we need to claim this guy and do a click and then a left click or a shift click, and we force load this chunk. And now we should be able to go wherever we want and use this. It's because when I left this area, it did not load. Okay, so I have a few other things. We want to look at easy villagers today. So we can get an easy iron farm. Iron is really not too much of an issue for us right now. We have a little bit, not a lot, but we have some. But we're going to fix that so we don't really have to worry about iron at all. So the first thing we're going to do is make some panes, which is why we needed the glass. There we go. Let's do that, and we'll click this guy. We'll make a farmer. We're going to make a breeder. Do I have a bed? I do have a bed. We'll just throw this in here. Breeder. We need a lava bucket. Actually, I think we have a lava bucket. We do have a lava bucket and an incubator. Okay, so how do we set this up? This is going to be very easy. Not too difficult at all. So I think what we'll do, where do we want to put this? Well, the first thing we're going to do is put down this guy. Okay. And then we're going to put a hopper on top. Actually, we're going to put a hopper here. That way it just goes this way. Okay. And then we're going to put the incubator on the bottom. Okay. And above that, we're going to put a hopper. And it is dark out, so let's sleep real quick. All right. And then above that, we are going to put a breeder. Okay. And then above that, we're going to put a hopper. So let's get on top. And then on top of that, we are going to put that guy. Okay, so we're going to put that guy. I think we should be good. And then the other way we're going to go is we're going to do this. And we're going to put another hopper. We'll make a bunch more of these if we need to. But just to get started, we're going to do... Actually, we do not need that there. We're going to put a storage container there. A storage drawer. Because these guys drop more than one thing. And we're going to put this. And now all we have to do is fill it with some villagers. And you might ask, where do we get villagers? Well, I'll tell you. Let's go over to spawn. There's a village really, really close to spawn. So let's go over there. And we're going to run over to the village. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And we're going to go pick up some villagers. And let's go see what's up. There's some villagers. Look at these guys. Right here. And what kind of dudes are you? You're a villager, unemployed. We're going to shift right click. And I picked you up. You're in my inventory. Look at that guy. Easy villagers. Oh, I've got 2 of them. Beautiful. Okay, let's go find a couple other guys that maybe might be unemployed, and we were going to take them back and get them going. Okay, let's see here. Come on, dudes. There's one. You're just hanging out up on top here? Well, now you're mine. Okay, we've got 2 of those guys. 3 of those guys now. And let's test our warp index. It now works. Check that out. So we just had to load the chunks in our base, and now all is good. So we've got a couple iron golem guys. I want to get 1 more so we have at least 4. I don't think we need 4. I think we need, yeah, actually I do think we need 4. We need 1 for the top, for the farmer guy, and then we need 2 for the breeding, and then we need 1 for the iron farm. And I think we're going to be covered. There's 2 more. Let's get them. Hey guys. Oh, they're just hanging out. Hey. What would happen if you were just hanging out with your friends and then one dude just snatched him up and just picked him up and said bye? That would be nuts, right? Okay. Let's go back home. Clobber Stomps home. And let's get these going. So we are going to put 1 guy in the top. There you go. And we're going to put 1 guy in here. And another guy in here, and they should breed and do those guys, and then we're going to do this and put a guy in there. Do you not work? There we go. Perfect. And actually we can make another one and do another hopper here, and we'll have 2 of them. So let's make another one of those, and then we need to give them some carrots. I think if we just right click on the top, it'll turn him into a farmer. There we go. He'll turn into a farmer. Yeah, farmer novice. Look at that. So now what's going to happen is he's going to gain all these carrots. They're going to go into this hopper. They're going to feed this guy. These ones are going to say, oh, hi, hello. And they're going to make little baby guys. And they're going to fall in here and incubate. And then we will have villagers fill up in here. So we're going to put him away for now. And let's go make 1 more of those guys. We want this. And we can make a bunch more if we need to. I think I only had 2 lava buckets, so we can only make 2 right now. I'll have to get some more lava, which is something we might look at another time in another episode because we're going to need it. There we go. Now I'll let this run, and I'll bring you guys back when it has done some things. Okay, so the farmer has been making some progress, and these guys have a bunch of food. They ate some food. This was up to like 30 something, and then it made a little villager guy. He's going to incubate in here, and when he's done, he's going to go into the barrel. And then I've been letting this run for maybe about 10 minutes. So we had a iron golem spawn. It died in the lava, and 2 of them have spawned so far, 1 per each block, and we now have 10 and 4 poppies. So we do have the ability to generate ores now. We have ore generation, woohoo! And villager generation. So the next thing that we could do, and we're not going to get into that now, but we could get into traders and auto traders, and then there's also an inventory viewer. So we can there's a little bit more that we can do with easy villagers, but for right now, this is the basic setup. I was hoping we'd have an iron golem spawn so you guys could see the little guy. He's so cute. And then he just dies, and then we get poppies. And oh, that's the other thing. We could muffle these sounds if we wanted. So if we did zombie, I think if we search, we could muffle it, but I don't know that I want to do that. But here we go. There's our iron golem. He's gonna die in the lava, and then see you later. And now we now have some more iron. So, alrighty, we have had some huge quality of life upgrades in this episode, and we looked at storage. We upgraded our gear. We now have a jetpack and we can fly around, so traveling is much easier. We have the ability to get easy villagers going. Man, things are, oh geez, what did I press here? The wrong button. All right, friends, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and you guys have a great day and take care. We'll see you next time.